Hey everybody, it's Mike with the Bayird Pre-Owned Super Center. As always, we're here at our new location. You know, months ago I said I'd keep saying that every time, and I think I didn't say it the last couple episodes. For those of you who watch all the time, we do thank you for that for sure. But of course, we're at our all new location. It's going to be new forever because it's just a cool building. It's a great facility. We're glad to be here. We're at the corner of Parker and Stadium, just south of the I-555 bypass, where they got lots of construction going on right now. But they're going to make it better. You know, they're putting new roads in. There's even going to be new exit ramps right here at this overpass right here. So it's going to be even easier to get here than previously. You know, if you're coming from the east side of Jonesboro, coming into Jonesboro on I-555, of course right now, really the easiest way to turn left on Stadium is to avoid Stadium and go up to Caraway and loop back around, making right-hand turns to get to us. But with that new overpass exit, that is going to allow you to be able to loop under and make a right turn instead of a left turn to come south. So we're looking forward to that. Hopefully they get that done soon, but you never know with construction projects. That could be something that happens in a couple months, and it might be one of those year-long things. Who knows? But we love this location here. Big lot. Our big lot is here to have more inventory, but if you look at our inventory right now, you'd say, well, there's not very much inventory right there right now, so what are you talking about? We're selling a lot of cars right now, and the demand is well above the supply for sure. So we are probably at an all-time low for the last 3 years that I've been here at this store as far as inventory goes. We're at an all-time low of inventory, but we're still able to buy inventory. You know, we've still got access to our 11 other stores. So anytime you go to our website, BayardPreOwned.com, you're going to be able to shop the inventory here at the Jonesboro location, as well as our other locations as well, including our new Ford store. And you know, we do have access to new Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep products, and we can get pretty much any of that brought here to Jonesboro for you. So you know, if you say, hey, I don't want to go to Malden, I don't want to go to Dexter, I don't want to go to Blytheville where your other stores are at, but I am interested in a car, we can bring that car down for you to let you take a look at. It goes through the same process, whether it's at the locations in Missouri or the ones here in Arkansas. Keith Bayird is very involved in these stores, and he has a process that he wants followed on every single car, so that way they are very nice and very presentable. And I love that. It's a difficult thing when you're working you know, for them, because of that process. It does make it more difficult, but the good news is when we do bring cars in for customers to look at, it's not like opening a box, like finding out what the surprise is, right? They went through that same mechanical process, they went through the same detail process, and they're in great shape. So we do that a lot. Matter of fact, yesterday we just went to West Plains, Missouri to get a car for a lady. They had traded for a nice Ford Fusion up there, low miles, something that's very hard to find for dealerships. So we were able to get that, bring it here to Jonesboro. It saved her the 5-hour round trip to go to West Plains and back. We take care of that, and we take care of all of our customers. We even had a customer come in the other day, wanted to buy a new 2021 Ram 1500. We also took care of that customer there as well too. You know, and we want to help you out any way we can. Even if you're buying another vehicle from another brand, let's say you're going to a friend's over at Toyota or Nissan, and but you got to trade in, and maybe you want to see if you can get more for your vehicle. We do buy vehicles. So before you go shopping, come by and see me. Give me about 10 minutes, and I'll put a real firm offer on the table for your vehicle. We do buy cars, whether you buy from us or not. And it doesn't matter what it is, we're buying anything and everything. And we've bought a lot of unique cars in the past. We just, doesn't matter what it is, right? We'll buy it. So, and it's a lot of people love that ability to, you know, make their car a liquid and turn it into cash, or just get rid of it and not have that debt anymore. You know, back during the middle of COVID, there were a lot of foreign exchange students who had cars, and they wanted to go back home because school wasn't happening live and in person. So a lot of those students sold their cars to us. They'd come to us, they'd get an offer on their car, and they'd say, hey, I'm leaving in a week. Do you mind if I sell it the day before I leave? That way they had something to drive. Boom, they got the cash. They were able to leave the country. All was well for them. So it's nice to have that available like I said, we will make a solid offer on that and back that up and get you money fast and easy. And this right here is a great example of that process. So had a gentleman come to us just last week to sell us this car. He actually contacted us on our website first, but he sold us this 2019 Honda Insight. This is a locally owned vehicle. A gentleman sold it to us. And I got to say, if that customer is watching, he does an excellent job of maintaining his cars. It was very, very clean, very well taken care of, very little reconditioning needed on this car. He told me what he wanted for the car. It was a fair offer. I didn't try to negotiate with him. I just bought the car from him. And I'll do the same for you too. If you present me a fair price, I'll just make it fast and easy and simple for you. So this 2019 Honda Insight, it is a hybrid. It's a hybrid Honda. Hondas get great fuel economy anyway, but this one gets 55 miles per gallon in the city, and it gets 49 miles per gallon on the highway. So as we've talked about a few other times, hybrids get better fuel economy typically in the city because they have that electric assistance. You do not have to plug this car in. It has a gasoline engine, and it regenerates the batteries off the braking system. When you actually go to brake, you're actually powering your electric motor up, you're charging it up so that when you go to take off, it's using that electric motor to take off as opposed to the gas engine, because acceleration is the worst thing in the world for fuel economy. So that's where that electric motor really helps out, helps save gas, helps save you money. And honestly, hybrid systems have been around for a long, long time. I think, there was a Honda Insight back late 90s, early 2000s. There was also the Toyota Prius back around that same time. We see a lot of those cars still on the road today. I see a lot of hybrids with over 300,000 miles. They've proven themselves. I know when they first came out, a lot of dealerships, probably the dealerships that didn't have hybrid technology, were like, hey man, wait till you have to replace a battery in it. And yes, batteries and hybrids and electric cars are very expensive, but after 20 years, I mean, we're just not seeing people having to replace their batteries. That's not something that's been going on. So the technology is definitely well proven. It's great to have. This car here's got a nice big touchscreen radio in it. It's even got a camera over here on the passenger side mirror, so when you turn on your right turn signal, as long as you're somebody that uses your turn signal, you will actually have a camera that basically shows you what's in the right lane pop up on that screen right there. So a lot of great features on that there. You can also put it in sport mode too, and it changes the shifting pattern. Basically uses more of the gasoline engine to make this car accelerate quicker. And really, it's a good looking car. It looks a lot like the Honda Civics. So today I want to take you back here to the shop. We talk about the shop a lot. We got Tracy Wolf. He's our service manager. He's back here. We got some great technicians, and we can work on your vehicle no matter what you have, no matter where you bought it from. As far as maintenance goes, you can come on in. We do oil changes, any make and model. We've serviced all the American-made vehicles, a lot of foreign vehicles, BMW, Alfa Romeo, Land Rover. We've done a lot of that back here in the service department. So, it doesn't matter what it is. Nothing's fooled us yet. We spent a lot of money buying the right equipment from the beginning to make sure that we could service whatever vehicle you had whenever it came in. We've actually got a Mercedes, talking about unique vehicles. We've got a Mercedes in here right now, and we're actually going to cut through here to the service office first. We got a Mercedes in here right now that we're actually replacing some parts on. Just needed some work on it. We diagnosed the problem, got those parts going, and getting that vehicle fixed up right now. So it doesn't matter. We've got stuff here, like if you come in and you've got a turn signal bulb out, brake light bulb out, we've got replacements. We got them here in stock, so that way we don't have to call a parts department or parts warehouse to get that in. We've even got windshield wipers, and our pricing on our windshield wipers is fantastic. Now we've got a service board coming up where we're going to have all this price on display. And I'm going to have this displayed on our website here real soon as well too, but don't quote me, and I'm not going to quote the price on these wiper blades right now, but if you're interested in wiper blades, our wiper blades are very inexpensive, much cheaper than you can buy them at the parts store, and they get installed for free when you buy them. So come in for an oil change, you need wiper blades, boom, we can handle that for you right here, right now. We've got two options for you on wiper blades. Some people like to just stay with the basics, so we've got the basic, what they call metal wiper style blades, and then they've also got the aero kind that don't have the metal frame. It's basically a polymer frame that kind of contours the windshield better. This is probably the premium wiper, so it's a little bit more expensive than this one right here, but whatever you need, we've got you set up ready to go. Hey, we also carry the BG line. If you're familiar with BG products, they make some fantastic products. I know I've briefly mentioned it probably in some of our other shows in the past, but we've even got, throw that little hanger there out of the way. So we got gear oil. We can do differential service, transfer case services. We got the MOA engine oil supplement. This is a fantastic thing. I really need to get Tracy on here sometime and tell you about that, because he is a firm believer in that product right there. He's been using it for years. We can do power steering, service, and cleaning on your vehicle. We've also got, you know, a lot of people don't think about this, but this is a ethanol fuel system dryer. So whether you know it or not, most everybody that's buying gasoline right now, you're buying E10 gasoline. That means it has 10% ethanol, and ethanol can actually absorb water, so this is something that's good to get rid of that and also prevent corrosion as well. You've probably got a little bit of ethanol hanging in the bottom of your tank, so that's what that's there for. We can do that service for you as well. And this is probably my new favorite right here. This is the engine performance kit. I just personally did this on my vehicle a couple weeks ago. It actually comes with basically kind of an engine flush, that MOA oil additive that we just talked about a minute ago, and also a fuel system cleaner. Now, when the guy at BG was telling me about this kit right here, he said we call it the engine performance kit. It helps basically clean out the engine and also give you better performance. He said you're going to get better fuel economy. And it's like, man, since I was 16, I've been putting fuel additives and things at the parts store from time to time, just trying stuff out. And most of it I think was placebo, right? But I'm telling you right here, we put this in my car, and it's like I really could tell an instant difference. I was quite shocked and pleased. So I'll definitely be using that every once in a while. It's not something that you would use quite often on your vehicle. My vehicle's got 50,000 miles on it, so I run that on there, and it made a big difference. So we've got some other things. We've also got, let me show you one of these here too. I know we've talked about it before. So basically every vehicle on my lot has a warranty on it, whether it has the remainder of the factory warranty or it has what we call our pre-owned vehicle protection kit. So if the vehicle is not covered by any of the manufacturer's warranty, we're putting these kits in the vehicle, and that gives that vehicle a 6-month, 6,000 mile powertrain warranty on the lubricated components. So we're doing that on those cars. It costs you as the customer nothing extra. We're just putting that on there. It's a peace of mind thing for us. It's a peace of mind thing for the customers. It really doesn't cost that much for us to do while we're already servicing the vehicles, so we do that anyway. So we've got some other BG products. BG makes a ton of different products. If there's something specific that you're looking for, that you like as far as the BG lineup goes, just give us a call. Call Tracy. Let them know what you want. We'll get that from our BG rep. We'll have it here for you when you come to get your car serviced. Now, I told you I was going to take you back here to the shop. Let's go back here to the shop, and I'll kind of give you a little glimpse. I actually got some folks back here working right now. I told you a minute ago we were actually working on a Mercedes, and that's look like what those guys are doing right now. So they're actually dropping the fuel tank on that right now. That is not a fun job. It's actually kind of dangerous too. There's actually a dealership, won't mention any names. You might remember if you recall the news, I'd say not too long ago. It was a while back. The dealership burned to the ground because they were they're dropping a fuel tank, and the fuel tank fell over and somehow ignited. Bad deal. So we got all the latest wheel and tire equipment. So if you need tires, we can get you any type of tire that you need. We got our balancing machine here, dismount and mounting machine as well too. We can get all that for you. We don't have any cool tires to display. We do have vendors that actually bring those tires by as we need it, and we can get anything. We've actually got a couple customers that buy their big truck tires for semis. Now, we can't install those, but they buy those tires from us because our prices are very competitive. And again, that's Tracy right there with his 27 years experience. I mean, this guy, he's very knowledgeable about tires. It's pretty funny. One time we were here looking at some tires, and he pointed out, he said, that tire right there is probably like a pre-2005 tire. I said, how would you know that? He said, well, they had made that tire since 2005. I said, okay, well, there you go. So, and then he showed me how to look at date codes on the sidewalls. So that's pretty interesting. We always keep a full oil supply here. We've got just about any type of oil that you want. We've got the 520, the 020, 5W30, and then we've even got all the stuff for diesels. We keep it in smaller tanks as well too. So we'll kind of walk you out here through the shop. I'm gonna make a path here for my camera lady so she can get through here. But we got our detail guys back here working too. I mean, we do everything right here in-house. So we've got detail guys working, we've got our own mechanics, we've got access to any of the supplies and automotive parts that we need to make sure that any vehicle that comes through here gets the best care and gets the best treatment. Our guys are very well trained and they do a great job, and we're definitely excited to have them, for sure. While we're back here, I'll give you a sneak peek of a truck, because this one will probably make it to the lot about the time that this airs, and this is a truck that will not last long. So 2015 Toyota Tacoma. It's four-wheel drive, crew cab, TSS off-road. Just got a new windshield in it. That's why it's got the funny tape on it right there. It had a cracked windshield, so we put a new windshield in it. It's got some nice Falcon Wild Peak AT tires on it. It's got the brush guard on it. Really a good looking truck right here. This truck here will be priced at like $29,992. Should be available very, very soon. Only thing we're waiting on right now is we're waiting on that windshield, and then I've got a guy that's going to buff a few scratches on it, and it had a couple of paintless dent repair dings on it. We'll get knocked out of it as well, and that thing will be out here ready to go. So that's a sneak peek of a truck that will definitely not last very long. Those are highly sought after trucks, and people love their Tacomas. You know, I think about the old Toyota trucks when they didn't have names and they were just the Toyota truck, basically what everybody called them. You know, they were regular cab trucks, and a lot of people had them 4-cylinder, 5-speed manual transmissions, and you know, it just seemed like you could not get those trucks stuck. That's why everybody loved them, I think a lot of farmers had them. It just seems like you just put them in a field, you put them in the mud, and they just went forever, and they didn't get stuck. It's crazy. I think it was because they were lightweight. Who knows? I don't know. Maybe just because that 4-cylinder was so underpowered that it didn't cause you to spin your tires. That's what a lot of people forget a lot of times when they're, you know, stuck in mud or something like that, is sometimes wheel spin is a bad thing because you start, you know, spinning that mud up, you fill the lugs of your tires up, and then you have no traction, and the mud's slicking smooth, and then you're just stuck. So, got a couple great cars in here. 2016 Acura RLX. This is the largest sedan that Acura makes. It's got the technology package in it. It's a 2016 and it's got 46,000 miles. It's very low miles on a 2016. It even still has some of its factory warranty left on it. This is a really nice luxury car for a great price, $25,992. Right next to it, I've got a 2020 Infiniti Q50. And this is an all-wheel drive sedan. So if you say, hey, I would like to drive a sporty car, but I want something that's good in bad weather conditions, this is a great car for you right here. All-wheel drive all the time. There's no buttons to press. If it starts raining outside, all-wheel drive is definitely a much better driving vehicle in rain and snow and sleet, things like that. Of course, you know, that's obviously on people's minds a little bit more this year because of the snow that we had. But this is a 2020 model with 18,000 miles. And if you like this, or if you like the Infiniti brand, I got online this morning and I attended a simulcast live auction. So the live auction was going on in St. Louis. I'm here in Jonesboro and I watched this auction. And this morning I got 13 vehicles bought at a Nissan Infiniti sale. So that's the factory selling cars at the auction. Of the 13 cars, I want to say like 3 of them were Nissans and the other 10 were Infinitis. I guess I'm a better Infiniti buyer than I am a Nissan buyer. But you know, if you're not familiar with the Infiniti brand, it is manufactured by Nissan. It is their luxury version, such as Lexus is the luxury version of the Toyota brand. So great vehicles, not hard to get worked on. We work on them here. The parts are really easy to get. They're made by Nissan, but it's just a better version of the Nissan vehicle. So we've got some of these coming. We've got some more of the Q50 sedans. I know that we've got a QX50. They got all this nomenclature. So QX50 is actually an SUV. We've got several Q60s, which are also SUVs, similar to the size of a Nissan Pathfinder. And then we've also got some QX80s coming in as well too. So that'll be your full size, compares with like a Tahoe and Expedition, big third row V8 engine vehicle. So those are coming in. They'll be here probably about a week or so, a little after this is airing. So if you get online and say, where's all these Infinities Mike was talking about, don't worry about it. Give us a call. If there's one in particular that you're looking for, we'll have the details available and we can tell you about those as they're going through our reconditioning process. So a bunch of really cool ones. There's some really cool stuff in there. I'd love to show it to you now, but you know, hey, I'll save that for another show, right? We've got Honda Accord Touring right next to a Cadillac ATS. Again, I love the great selection that you're going to get on a lot like ours here at the Pre-Owned Super Center. We don't specialize in any one maker model. We look for great cars and great deals, something we can pass on to the customers. And that's why I got crazy this morning when I was bought all those Infinities. I mean, it's hard to find inventory right now. I told you there's a supply shortage, but if I find a car that's worth the money, it's time to jump on it. And it don't matter if I got one of them or two of them. I ended up with 10 of them. And that's just what I'm gonna do. You know, when they're a great deal, I wanna have a big selection of cars that are worth the money for you. This is one that we got put out here today. Probably my favorite one on the lot right now. 2020 Lexus GX 460. You know, I talked about a minute ago, the Lexus is like the luxury version of the Toyota. They don't make this in a Toyota, well they do make this in a Toyota, but you can't buy it in the United States. A lot of people think this is the same thing as a 4Runner, and it's not. This is the same thing as what they call the Toyota Land Cruiser Prado. They do not make that vehicle in the United States, but it's the same body style. We get the Lexus version here. It's nicer, it's prettier, and this one's just really cool. Pearl white paint, got the black 18-inch wheels on it. It got some really nice styling all over this vehicle, from the front down the side, even in the back. It's got the running boards on it. And probably my favorite feature about this one, again, we keep, you know, these car dealers, they just keep all their cars locked, right? So you got the pearl white, you got the black wheels, and then on the inside, you've got a beautiful ruby red leather seats. I'm telling you right now, don't knock it before you look at it, okay? Everything else is black, the door panels, the headliner, all that stuff's black, so it's not like a red car on the inside. But red interior, it is absolutely gorgeous on this vehicle. This one here's got 12,000 miles. It's got Toyota power under the hood. It's gonna last a long time. Toyota's, you know, definitely proving themselves for sure in reliability. Second row here has actually got the bucket seats in the second row, and it does have a third row in it as well too that folds down. I'm going to talk about second row bucket seats for a minute. Very, very, very popular option. A lot of people want second row bucket seats. But I do have a question to pose to everybody. I've never said this to the customer, but I totally want to sometimes. And they say, hey, we got to have second row buckets because our kids will fight if we get a bench seat. I'm like, your kids are going to fight whether you got a second row bucket seat or bench seat, it don't matter. You put one in the second row, one in the third row, they're still going to fight. That's just a fact, and you know that. All right, so I've always wanted to tell somebody that, but hey, you know, customer's always right? So the back door on this is pretty cool. It's actually a barn style door. You actually grab the handle right here, the whole door opens up. It's also got the glass here that can flip up for quick access into the back. This one also has a tow package on it too. Has a 7,000 pound towing capacity, which is really good for a vehicle like this. It does have a V8. Forgot to talk about the engine, a 4.6 liter V8 engine in it. So, you know, lots of power, smooth ride, lots of luxury. Just a really cool car. So if you're looking for something that's unique, that's different, that does stand out, that's it. If you say, hey, well, I've driven the Toyota 4Runner before, I know what they ride like. No, you haven't, because this right here is completely different. They're nothing alike, I promise you that. Very, very, very nice vehicle. Lots of warranty too. So let's see, what do we got? Let's go over here and look at some trucks. Show you some new trucks that we hadn't showed. I do have a pretty good selection of trucks. I found the honey hole on trucks about a week ago. I'm just waiting for them to come in. with the inventory shortage, trucks are usually one of the first things to dry up. And you know, remember last year the prices got crazy on them, and it got to a point where we just quit buying trucks. So I found a cool place to buy some trucks. I probably bought all of them, so there's not any more left. But this is a 2018 right here, Ram 1500 Longhorn. So Ram makes two of what they call the top level trucks. One's the Longhorn, one's the Limited. They're a little bit different in the styling. That's really the difference between the two styling. So this one here is brilliant black, and it's also got this brown, they call it walnut brown two-tone. So it's on the bottom, it's on the fender flares, down the side, and it's got a really beautiful brown interior, even things like leather stitched dash on top. But this is pretty much one of the nicest trucks on the market, hands down. It's even got some wood grain in it. And before you say, "Ugh, wood grain," you gotta look at this one. Again, car dealers, we lock them up. We don't want you to look at these cars too close. You can go on our website and check it out. But the wood grain on these vehicles, it's just real subtle. It's slight amounts of it. It's actually from reclaimed fence wood post from France. You know, I mean, they take every step necessary to make sure that they get something on the, if you get a top-notch truck, you should have something really cool to talk about, right? Hey, I got reclaimed French fence posts on the inside of my truck. So we got that. Cool big screens, it does heated and cooled seats, it's got trailer brake controller, it's got all that cool stuff. Check out the website for more information on that one there. We got a red crew cab, Bighorn 4-wheel drive. We got a granite one. We've got a gray Rebel over here. Right here in the middle of it all, I got a 2020 Jeep Gladiator. This is the Jeep truck. I don't know if I've had a chance to show you all these. Maybe I have one other time. We haven't had a lot of them. It came out late 2019 as a 2020 model, but I don't think I've had an Overland yet. So this was a little bit more loaded than the other one I had in the past. 10,000 miles on it, still under factory warranty. It's just cool. I mean, who could have dreamed of having a truck with a removable top? So you've got that there. You get the best of both worlds. You got the truck, you can put a trailer behind it, you can take this thing off road. You've got the bed for when you go buy stuff. On a beautiful spring season like this one here, take the top off. You can still take the doors off of these things, you know, ride around like you're driving in a big convertible. Enjoy the best of all the world. So that's why these right here are so popular for sure. You know, hey, if you didn't see anything that I talked about today that you were interested in, but you just want to look around, check our website at BayardPreOwned.com. You can apply for financing on there. You can shop for cars by payments. You can do just about anything you can think of. Look at the Carfax. All the pricing, all the information of everything we've got for sale is on there, and it's all up to date. If you see something that you want to talk to us on, you can give us a call or email us. Again, we put all that information out there so that way you can call us if you want to. We won't pester you, but we look forward to earning your business. And again, thank y'all so much for watching us on this Saturday morning, and we hope y'all have a great weekend.